I'm going to be focusing on Jill Stein and what she has been saying and writing over the years. You might notice that if you have been paying attention to what she has been saying and writing, that her memes have shrunken, so that what she has now as her saying is, "It's in our hands." And I noticed that that is the shortest of the memes that she has, or whoever she works with, has come up with, which I think is great. It's more Twitter-able, so you got to be aware of Twitter and Instagram, and Facebook is almost passé now. So these are some of the ones that she has come up with. The politics of fair has brought us everything we are afraid of. You will notice amongst the memes or themes that she has used that is something that we can remember easily. It's very short, it kind of rhymes, and it's something with which we're familiar. Just give me a sign for when I'm done, okay? And the reason why I can speak this way is because I have 5 years of training as a Toastmaster in a Toastmasters International Club. I used to speak much faster than I speak now, but I know that people only retain perhaps 30% of what they hear. So I'm aiming for more than 30% by speaking more slowly. So, and also repeating what I say, because you kind of tune out. You look at the dog, you pay attention to other things. So the politics of fair has brought us everything we're afraid of. So we have fair and then we have afraid. So that helps us to remember. We, the listener, can remember that more easily. And here is one that this is a new one I just researched. It's hope sees the invisible, feels the intangible, and achieves the impossible. That one takes a little bit more thinking than the politics of fair has brought us everything we're afraid of. Here's another one. We are the only national party that is not poisoned by corporate money. She uses words very carefully, like the politics of fair and poisoned by corporate money, rather than polluted or some other word. But poisoned is a very powerful word. And Americans prefer a press that's like their duck rather than their HMO. These are a couple of new ones that I found online while researching for this. So especially since she's a doctor, people might relate that to her more personally. Americans prefer their press or media to be more like their doctor rather than their HMO. And if you know anything about HMOs, you know that they're not liked at all, because they try to prevent you from getting care. And the one I said that she has come up with now, "It's in our hands." That's the shortest one. It also is a phrase that you might see elsewhere outside of the Green Party, and it's much more easy to remember than the others that I mentioned before, and it's much more Twitter-able, because Twitter forces you to shrink your language. Sadly, even some scientists will lie to preserve their status in the corporate power structure. So we have something about scientists there, and about their lying, and about corporations. Notice that other than it's in our hands, some of the others focus on themes that are consistent with the Green Party, talking about the corporations or talking about issues that are important to us. Some of the key values, the 10 key values. The stakes are too high to entrust our shared rebellion to a corporate party that's thrown us under the bus for decades. Now that's a mouthful. That's the longest one that I came across. I did come across some images too, but they're mostly images of Jill. Mostly images of Jill with the sayings under them. And it's amazing how much you can find online with Jill. I just did a search for images with Jill Stein's memes. You can find this yourself if you go online by typing in Jill Stein's memes, or the old Jill Stein memes, or anything like that. That's about how you can come up with things like this for your own campaign. And that's what I did when I was handing out my flyers, was to think about something that people know instinctively, things that we say almost every day, and shrink it down, that maybe rhyme, don't have too many complicated words, and put it in the pamphlets that you hand out. You can do this for yourself as a candidate. So I think that's all I have to say.